morning, wonderful people. Today I'm here live at Pet Supplies Plus, and we're going to be talking with Lance this morning, and we're going to be talking about holistic foods and things that are natural and very good for your pets, from bird foods, to fish foods, to dog foods, to cat foods, everything. And Lance is going to take us on a small tour of Pet Supplies Plus, and we're going to see what we can do good for your pet today. Lance, how you doing this morning?
Doing pretty good, James.
Good.
How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing
good
wonderful.
to be here. Good that the good Lord gave us another day. What do you think about that one?
Well, I think highly about that.
I do too. I do too, James. But if you want to take a start, we'll just start over here in the Nutro with some of our natural foods, and we'll just on the range. Like I was telling you, Nutro's top of the line. It's not going to get a heck of a lot better. All their foods are natural, but they do not have an organic food yet. They are about to come out with one on the market. Nutro's telling me in January.
Okay.
But it is all natural food.
I'm gonna pull a bag there.
Sure can.
All right. This is a bag of their ultra holistic superfood, Nutro. All right. How often do people come in here to buy this type of food, this type of dog food?
We probably sell probably around 600 pounds of Nutro, maybe 800 a week.
Okay.
Probably in here, something like that.
Okay.
But you know, it's got no corn in it. There's no byproducts in it. You know, everything is all natural. There's no fillers. You're not going to find any fillers in this food whatsoever. And they are 100% guaranteed. Nutro does stand behind their product. If for any reason at all you do not feed this, say the dog don't like it, whatever, bring back the 3/4 of the unopened bag, and we'll refund you. No questions asked. It is 100% guaranteed.
That sounds good. Can you get a shot of this, please? And kind of get back this way and get a shot of this. These are all the different types of foods. It's like I said, this is Nutro right here, and we got Natural Choice. Do people ever buy the biscuits also?
We do. We sell a good bit of treats here. All of their treats are natural too. You're not going to find any corn in their treats. If you have a large breed formula treat, you're going to find glucosamine in it, which, as everybody knows, glucosamine is good for the joints. Take bigger breeds of dogs. Hip displacement is a very common thing. James, when I say hip displacement, we all have a little bit of cartilage. It's in all of our joints. And big dogs, over time, with all that weight on it, will start to deplenish that cartilage. And see, the glucosamine goes back in. It doesn't really add nothing to your cartilage, but if you stop it early enough, you can keep it from degenerating any further. So glucosamine is something, if you have pits, rots, labs, any big breed of dog like this, it's very common for hip displacement to happen. So what I tell people when they come in with a puppy, let's start him now. Let's start him now. You know?
All right.
And we'll slide on down, James.
All right. Don't be nervous. We're just having a good time this morning. We're helping out people, to better understand the pet foods, because a lot of people will just buy pet foods according to the picture.
Exactly.
And they won't read labels. I'm a big label reader when it comes to me, and I'm a big label reader when it comes to my pets.
Well, I was going to tell you, I always say this. Read the back of the food. Get on the internet. There is no excuse anymore in this world not to be knowledgeable. Why should you not love your pet any more than you do your mother?
Right.
If you don't love your pet, then I say don't get the pet. Don't go through it. If you're just not pet oriented, you'll know. Don't get one. Because here we're all about loving the animal. I love your mom. I'm not saying that. I love kids and I love my wife, but I'm saying we're in the pet food. I'm here to help people's pets. That's what I'm here for.
All right.
But we're over at Science Diet right now.
All right.
And Science Diet's a pretty good food. It's not an all-natural food, but it's been out of the market so long that a lot of the customers that feed it, they enjoy it. They love it. Their dog does pretty well on it. It does have corn in it, but their corn is a corn gluten meal. They put it in a corn meal, which makes it a little bit more digestible. The Science Diet.
All right.
But we do sell a good bit. We probably sell around 600 pounds, probably, Science Diet in here a week. I would probably say. It seems like, and Science Diet's a good food, but it seems like as people become more educated, it seems like I'm losing a little bit of the Science Diet. But they still do a lot for joints, the digestive health. They still do a lot now. I'm not saying that, but I look for this food right here to come out with no corn based here pretty soon. I look for it to be a more of a natural food. I really do. But Science Diet, they do really well because vets all over recommend Science Diet.
Right.
They,
from puppies to adults.
From puppies to adults. And of course, you're not going to go wrong with your vet. Your vet's your family doctor when it comes to your animal. But I'll take us on down. Everybody, we'll go down over here to the Pro Plan.
All right. Now I've used Pro Plan before, and this is an excellent dog food. I used the performance formula for all life stages.
The performance formula was their very first food.
Okay.
Okay, that and the all life stages. Them two foods, I wish I had one in here, were the very first foods that ProPlan came out with. And it was to formulate a dog all the way through.
Okay.
You know, as ProPlan got to growing, and as they got more knowledgeable people, scientists, more knowledgeable people on their staff, they started coming out with better foods. They were one of the first ones to come out with a large breed formula food and put the glucosamine in it. So they were one of the first ones to corner that market on the glucosamine. Of course, as you know now, James, everybody knows now and has jumped on the glucosamine market.
Yes.
We sell a lot, and I mean a lot of ProPlan.
I've actually talked to people about glucosamine and chondroitin to help their bones and their ligaments and things like that. When people talk about achy bones and things like that, also omega-3s.
Fatty acids, yes.
Omega-3s also.
That's really good for their skin.
Yes.
Omega-3 is really good.
Yeah.
It's high in vitamin E.
Right.
The vitamin E goes in and adds moisture to the skin. And as we all know, in the wintertime, from putting lotion on, animals are no different.
Right.
They're no different. They have to be taken outside to use the bathroom twice a day. They're in the cold elements. They're subjected to it, and it's worse when you take them back in the heat of your home.
Okay.
Because it helps to dry them out even more. So that vitamin E, omega-3 fatty acids is very good.
Wow.
You know, and see, this food right here has got a skin and stomach.
All right, let's pull a bag out.
Let's pull a little one, James.
Okay.
I try not to work too terribly hard if you don't have to.
Okay, all right.
They got a listing of the ingredients right here too
Okay.
for you. You know, salmon, brewer's rice, canola meal, oatmeal. There's your animal fat right there,
Right.
mixed with just cofferols. That's your omega-3.
Okay.
Got your fish meal in it, salmon meals in it, pearl barley. Look at there. There's the glucosamine, natural sources of it. Brewer's dried yeast, a little bit of animal digest, but we're getting down so far on the ingredients now. Once you get out about the 8th and 9th ingredients, we're talking 0.1% in the food.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
Right.
it's not going to be, you know, I always tell people this. The first 5 ingredients of a dog food or a cat food is going to tell you what you need.
Okay.
They have to list this, y'all, by percentages.
All right.
However much they got it. Like if I come out with a food and let's say that brown rice
All right.
was really how I textured and formulated this food, that's my first ingredient.
Okay.
Because 50% of my food is brown rice.
All
They
right.
have to put this, people, in order. They cannot buy percentages as to how much is in the food. Your first 5 to 8 ingredients are the most crucial ingredients in your food.
Okay.
You know, I always
Yeah.
tell people that read them ingredients. Come get me.
Right, right.
Come get me. I mean,
and
if
you
you
know,
don't know, come-
we've talked in the hour about
hours.
football and everything. You know,
Yeah,
so-
well, that's the way I am. I love college football, but you know what? I love people. I love
Okay.
children. I have 3 kids. I love the Lord.
Okay.
There's things that I do love.
Okay.
You know, and I'm smart enough to realize without my customers, I don't go home and eat that roast I got in the crock pot.
Okay.
Today. I don't
Alright.
have the money to put it in there, James.
I understand.
And that's important. Without the American public, I would not have a job.
I understand.
Period. You know,
Yeah.
period. You either.
So the-
you know, with the website
Right.
now.
So gratitude is big.
Big.
Okay.
You know,
All
we'll
right.
slide on down to James.
All
over
right.
here to the, now, Uber right now, okay, is having a few problems with their food. Okay, they had opened up a new plant, and I don't want to be quoted because I'm not really sure on the
Okay.
situation, but they ran into some problems, and they had to come back and reformulate a lot of their foods. They're going to be back on top of things in January.
Okay.
And everything's going to be reformulated.
All right.
And I was told that while they're taking this opportunity and everything's kind of down right now as they
Yeah.
get these foods reformulated, I've been told that they're going to come out with something better.
Okay.
That they're going to take it. Go ahead now. They're losing some market, as you can see, with a recall on it. But they're going to go ahead and
Also,
take
there is a recall.
Yeah, there is a, yep. Well, they call it product supply constraints.
Okay.
So I don't know if that would be recall, but there is a, you know what, there's a 1-800 number here. 1-800-525-4267.
Okay.
Any Eukanuba feeders that have any problem with that, I've been giving them the number.
All
They're going
right.
to have everything straightened out in January. So right now, James, I don't want to comment on it because I don't know what they're coming out with.
I understand.
You know, I don't want to
understand.
go.
But this is something that people usually would buy.
Yeah, usually would, and a lot.
Because it's
yes.
a high performance dog food on the upper end.
Well, and another thing that I was going to tell you, and I should have brought this up with Science Diet and Eukanuba. There's only a few foods in this store that have a veterinary formulated food.
Okay.
KD, kidney disease, for things that dogs have problems with. They have a KD, a CD, an ID. I can't go in the details of what they're missing.
Okay.
But when you go to a vet and you see Science Diet ID or KD, it's a special formulated. You know, you got a dog that, I don't know, maybe he's turning foods over to potassium or something.
Okay.
It's a food that the veterinarians have sat down with Eukanuba and specially formulated.
Okay.
So Science Diet and Eukanuba always have that market. If you have that dog that, you know, you love more life itself, but you know what, he's just allergic to everything under the
Yeah.
sun. And sometimes it
Yeah.
happens. I mean, it can happen. A lot of that has to do with genetics. the father and the mother on down the line.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I try to tell everybody that breeders out in the world, I try to tell them, look, don't breed brother and sister.
Yeah,
try
right.
to get down the line a little bit more than
Right.
do it, because this is what happens.
Okay.
And as a result of inbreeding, I hate to say this, in the animal, this is where a lot of these allergies and a lot of these
Right.
pancreas problems and
Yeah.
smaller organ problems. It's where a lot of this runs into
Okay.
things. You know.
All right.
So
See,
I
I didn't
always
know that.
tell people, you go to buy a puppy, go to a breeder. And when you go to a breeder, get a breeder that's got AKC, American Kennel Registered Dogs. That way, he's got paperwork on it. You can read that paperwork. You can get what I call a history background on the animal.
Right.
You know exactly what you're getting.
That's right.
You know.
That's
We'll
right.
slide on down, James.
All right.
You can Uber.
All right. Get a shot of all these foods too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, get a shot of all these foods too. Make sure you get them in there, and we want people to see this stuff.
Right. You're making sure Mama's getting a paycheck for this, right?
Yeah. Mom's always getting paid.
Mama's always getting paid.
All right.
Now we've come down to the wellness down here.
Okay.
Which is, this would be an area right here that I am not as familiar with as a lot of the foods that are in here.
Okay.
This is a good food. I'm not saying that. I'll give you an idea.
This is a holistic food, right?
This is a holistic food.
I've read a little bit
It
about
sure
wellness.
is an holistic food.
Okay.
Whitefish, ground barley in this, rye flour, Manhattan fish. This is mostly a fish kind of food.
Okay.
Ground pearl barley, sweet potatoes, canola oil, which is there's your omega-3. That's where they get the
Yeah.
omega-3 from, so that canola oil. Tomato pomace, natural fish flavor, flaxseed.
Man, this sounds like I could make a dinner off this.
This food is
But I
good
don't want
food. The wellness is good food, and it's only been in the store year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
And I tell people, if you're interested in feeding the wellness, get on the website. They have a website here for the wellness. It's
Okay.
starting to pick up. This food right here is starting to grow.
All
Until the American public, we get more and more people that feed it, that come in here, that can give me more of a feedback.
Yeah.
Then I can start to get more educated on it. I mean, it has no ground corn in it. It's a natural food. It's an holistic food.
Okay.
But I need to know what their little niche that they have that everybody else does.
Right. Now, when it
You
says
know?
ground corn or corn meal, what are they actually talking about when they say that?
Okay, when you talk about ground corn like that, they're taking the whole kernel corn
Okay.
and they're grounding it up. When they say corn gluten meal, they mill it. They take it through and they'll mill it. Like you buy corn meal,
Yeah,
at the store.
right.
That's going to be a little bit more healthier than just
More
ground yellow
digestible.
corn. Yeah. If you
Okay.
look at the worst thing you can look into a food and see is just straight ground yellow corn.
Okay.
Because or whole kernel corn. You read either one of them with food, man, and they're not even taking the time to put it in a meal. So there's no digestion processes. We know corn stops you up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you don't
and
digest
we
that.
got a pretty big tract, digestive
Yeah,
tract,
that's right.
Animals do not. Dogs do not. Their little digestive tract might be that wide. It does not take a lot of corn to get stopped up in there, and when everything gets stopped up in there, it starts to back up. Kidneys, other things have to work harder in the
Okay.
animal. That is why we try to stay away from the ground yellow corn in the food.
Okay.
But James, I tell everybody, if you go into work and you've been there for 12 years and your supervisor lays you off and you got nowhere to go, but you got to feed that animal, I don't knock it.
Okay.
I would rather you feed that animal something.
Something than nothing
Right.
at all.
But you can get in here, and I have enough samples, and I have stuff in here. We'll figure something out.
All right.
We'll figure something out.
All right.
We'll slide on past the